Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Number 4, commission mail items or concerns requiring a response.
I don't really have anything. I had someone who asked to be placed on the agenda and then had me to take them off, and I don't have any other mail items here. The Pocahontas County Artisan Co-op, they wanted to come in for an update, and they've changed their mind. She said they would write us a letter. So that's the only thing I've received.
Okay.
David, I had asked on number 3 to speak. This is not the main item on the agenda.
Number 3 is managed
Improper charges.
Mr. Alderman, are you down for number 6 actually?
Yeah, but I'm also down to speak to number 3 because something came up this week.
Okay.
On April 25th, 2010, a young lady was involved in some type of event that resulted in liability for Pocahontas County. The result of it was that a claim was made for $12,441.23, and it was paid all except $2,500. Now, we don't know who it was paid to, but it was paid. The $2,500 that you all passed last week was your deductible on it 2 years later. And Sue won't tell me what it was about, and I've been to the insurance agency, and they have Frida has no record whatsoever of anybody making a claim. So I would like to know what it is. Maybe Sue could tell me since she does know.
You're claiming we paid an invoice for $2,500 at the last meeting,
At the last meeting.
and you're saying it's
And I'm saying that
for the deductible of this?
yeah, the
claim?
girl would like her money. It's quite a bit of money, and she'd like to have it. I want to know who got it.
I think we can ask and answer the question as to did we pay a $2,500 bill?
Yes, we paid it to Global Recovery, who's the insurance recovery agent for the insurance company. I think it's the national insurance. I've got the invoice there, and I'll pull it and give it to you. It was paid $2,500, which is our deductible on each and every claim that's filed that the insurance company picks up. It was through Brim, the $2,500.
And it was addressed to Marty. So maybe Marty knows what it is.
Would you like to see the invoice?
Please. Let's see. Understand what the thing.
I believe that Mr. Alderman's approached me about this and asked me where the $12,491.43 was paid to. It's right here. It's our attorney.
Paid to Steptoe and Johnson?
Right. The invoice is for a claim. This lady has brought a lawsuit against the county commission. This is our deductible. This is the amount that the insurance company is actually paid to our attorneys to represent us. Yes.
Oh, that has
So
to
it's
do with our,
for our attorney fees?
it's our attorney fees. Okay, fine.
It would have been so much nicer if Sue would have just told me that.
Let me see.
Actually, when Mr. Alderman went over and took a picture of it,
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah, but I couldn't get the reason for it.
And
Does that answer your question?
the reason I...
Well, I'd still like to see that. I don't know why I couldn't see that.
If I could make a statement here, the reason that I did not answer Norman when he asked me who received the $12,000, because I wasn't sure till I went over and looked at the invoice itself, who actually the $12,000 was paid to. I told him that much. I told him that we paid $2,500, but then after he left, I went over, retrieved the invoice, and I saw where it was paid, and since then he has not come back to ask.
So we understand now what it's for.
Yeah, and what is it for?
It's our deductible toward this payment to Steptoe and Johnson, our attorney's fees regarding the matter.
For the event that occurred on April 25th, 2010.
That's recorded as a date of loss, yes.
Okay. I've got the lawyer looking in on it too. Roger will tell us.
Thank you, sir.
That it?
Okay, so, and we finished number 4, the mail items requiring a response. Randy Sharp isn't here yet for number 5.
Randy did tell me that he may be a little late,
Okay, well,
and he asked us to work around that until he got some.
okay, so we'll skip number 5 for now. We'll go on to number 6. Norman Alderman, discussion and or action, payment of emergency room ambulance invoices.
Can you hold that one?
Mr. Alderman?
Yeah. I made you a copy of it. There's one from Marty. Instead of the sheriff sending his man to just send a summons for 45 cents, he decided to arrest me for a speeding ticket. Right in front of the Pocahontas Times.
Dismissed.
And I was injured in the process. They took me against my will to the hospital.
Mr. Alderman, I'd like to just say that really, at this juncture, the county commission has nothing in this. This is not the forum to judge or opine on liability or not.
No, I'm not saying liability.
Okay,
I'm
so-
asking you to pay it.
Sir?
I'm asking you to pay the bill.
And I'm telling you, we can't pay the bill until liability has been assessed in a court of law. We are not able to step in the
I have
place
a right
of
to
a
speak.
courtroom.
I got on the agenda for
I'm
this.
saying, Mr. Alderman, that we really can't entertain it.
Well, I don't
It's
care if
not
you can entertain
proper.
it or not. I want to
yeah,
speak.
I understand that, but we're not here to
Are you trying
provide
to
you a
inhibit my freedom of
soapbox.
speech?
We're not here to provide
I'm trying to
a soapbox.
explain it.
I understand what you're
No,
trying to do.
I have a right to speak.
Mr.
I was on
Alderman,
the agenda.
I understand you're on the agenda, but...
David, I'm gonna appeal to you.
Mr. Alderman,
And Jamie,
your bill cannot be entertained.
it can be explained. I'm
sorry,
petitioning
sir,
my
I
government
think,
for a
sir,
redress of grievances, and I'm
if the
petitioning
redress
you guys.
of grievances
This is civil
has
rights
to
we're
be
talking about, Jamie.
upstairs, Mr. Alderman.
Do you not want me to be able to say this, to explain this, to ask to be paid on this? I've already...
I don't mind you explaining it, but I don't feel until it's settled that we're obligated to pay it at this point. But
Mr. Alderman, I agree with
Just listen to me, okay? Listen to me out. I know Marty doesn't want to hear it. Listen to my story.
Just a moment, please. I just want to let you know that I'm willing to hear this, absolutely.
Good,
And I
thank you
think
for that.
we all-
Marty isn't.
We
No, I'm
all
not.
agree that it's, in a sense, not proper, or at this point in time, it's not something we can even entertain paying.
So you don't want to hear it now?
But please go ahead and explain.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to explain it. I got a bill for $5,000 instead of 45 cents. I don't appreciate that. I'm the first and only person in this county to ever be arrested for a speeding ticket. I want it paid. Your hospital wants it paid. They charged me $5,000 for this. I don't like that. My own personal share of this, because we all have the same insurance here, is $1,193. Now you can choose to pay the bill now to your hospital, or you can choose to let me sue you. And I assure you, I have already checked the lawyer, and we are ready to go. Now I'm asking you, Jamie, to enter a motion to pay my bill. Then if they don't want to do it, that'll be against them, but not you. You're not going to violate my civil rights, are you?
well, I'm not going to violate anybody's civil rights.
Do you not see that picture there was a violation of my civil rights?
It's not for Mr. Walker
Well,
or
I'm
myself
not-
or Mr.
I'm not-
Fleming.
It's for you all to pay the bill.
We're not paying any bill until a circuit court directs us to do so.
So, Mr. Alderman, you've explained to us what your bill is, what your complaint is, and we've told you that at this point in time, we actually don't have the authority to just pay an arbitrary bill with no formal complaint to us.
This is a formal complaint.
So I think that you're going to have to proceed along the lines you indicated that you would.
And then it's going to cost a lot more than $5,000. I'm going to expect it all. Plus punitive damages, Jamie.
Well, you said that you refused to go to the hospital. What was the reason?
I didn't want to go to the hospital. I said, I don't want to go to the hospital. Patch me up and send me on up here and book me in. They didn't do it. They had to take me to the hospital and give me $5,000 worth of x-rays and CRIs and whatever they call it. That's wrong, Jamie. Why was I arrested? This was your sheriff doing this. Your agent.
This is the Pocahontas County Sheriff. He's an elected official.
I know. But you have a responsibility to pay for the cost of injuring the citizens. I've been injured. And you were covering your own rear end whenever you were making them do all those x-rays up there, because you were afraid that as soon as I walked out of there, I was going to have a lot more injuries than I had when I went.
Mr. Alderman, that's not something we can solve here tonight. It's not our.
You know, you might like to solve it. It's $1,100 right now. It could be $100,000 next time. And maybe if it comes to your personal pocketbook, you'll think it was worth it, Jamie.
Well, I had absolutely no involvement in this period. And I don't know what the reasoning for doing it was. And the sheriff's not here to explain the reasoning for doing it until I can hear both sides.
But would you like to put him on the agenda so he can explain it?
I think the proper next action is for you to proceed with filings if that's what you need to do.
Okay, we will do that. I just want to get your response on camera here. Thank you. And thank you, Margaret, if you're not wanting to hear me.
Mr. Alderman, again, I'm trying to point out to you, sir, the county commission is not the legal forum in which you should present your
Well, Benjamin
case.
Franklin thought it was whenever he said the First Amendment allows me to petition my government. You're my government for
Mr.
a redress of grievance.
Alderman, your petition has to be upstairs in the
No, it
circuit
doesn't.
court.
It can be right here. It can be solved right here.
You're on a soapbox, now stop it.
I think that's enough on this for now. Thank you, Mr. Alderman. Okay, we're going to move to number 7. Discussion and or action. Invoices presented to Pocahontas County Commission.